So, about Sean O'Malley, man, was I wrong about this guy. Sean O'Malley was someone I didn't think would be UFC champion ever. I would just be very honest in saying that. After seeing his loss to Marlon Vera, which he lost consciousness in, I didn't think he'll be anything special. And especially in the way he lost it, to Marlon Vera kicking his leg over and over again, and Sean didn't really address it until it was too late. I didn't think he'll be anyone of note, even though he was getting highlight KOs before then, like against Eddie Wineland, but again, he's not really an elite fighter himself. Not a bad fighter himself, Eddie Wineland, but nothing of note, if we're going to be honest. And he kind of had a split decision against Peter Yan, in which, let's be honest, he should have lost. I wouldn't call it a robbery per se, but if we're gonna be honest, he should have lost that decision. And against Pedro Munoz, he did okay in that fight. I think he would have won eventually anyway. I didn't think he would beat Aljamain Sterling the way he did, especially since he had such a close fight with Peter Yan, and he lost to Marlon Vera prior. I really underestimated how much he improved in his game. Like, he improved a lot. He caught Aljamain from distance, and it was similar to the Conor versus Jose Aldo KO, and I think that comparison is pretty cool in itself. Like, we've seen Aljamain Sterling get clipped by Sean O'Malley with the right, I think it was. But Conor was the left. It was like the opposite, you know. I think it was pretty cool. And I didn't think Sean would be able to catch Aljamain out of all people to do that, because TJ Dillashaw, Peter Yan, Corey Sanhagen, these people are unsuccessful in doing that. And I didn't think Sean O'Malley at the time would be the one to actually put an end to Aljamain Sterling's run as champion. So all the credit to him. I didn't think he would have that one-punch knockout power to do that to Aljamain Sterling. I know he's done against Eddie Wineland, but that was a bit ago, that was almost 3 years ago. So I underestimated Sean O'Malley big time, and I'm sure a lot of people did, because in theory, Aljamain Sterling should have won this fight because, he has the grappling advantage. Sean O'Malley was getting pretty much manhandled by Peter Yan on the ground. So I think it was pretty reasonable to say that Sean O'Malley would lose to Aljamain Sterling. But then again, Sean O'Malley just showed that he's up there, that he's elite. So kudos to him on winning the UFC Bantamweight Championship. Honestly, that's a massive feat. He's 17-1 for MMA, and that's a really good record for winning the championship, He could be a big star. I just don't think he'll be as big as Conor as people compare him to be. Simply because of the fact that I think Sean is more laid back and Conor's more charismatic than Sean. No offense to Sean, of course, but yeah, that's the truth. I also think that he doesn't necessarily need to be that guy. I don't necessarily think he'll need to follow that path of, trash talking, etc. I think he should stay genuine to his character. It's just crazy to see Sean O'Malley losing live against Marlon Vera to now him being Aljamain Sterling. It's pretty insane. And this was the same year that Peter Yan became the UFC Bantamweight Champion. And now Peter Yan is now about 1-3 in his last 4. To be honest, I never saw this coming ever. Like, I didn't expect Aljamain Sterling and Sean O'Malley to both beat Peter Yan. Not in this lifetime. And especially what we've seen Peter Yan do to Jose Aldo. I didn't think that Sean O'Malley would beat Peter Yan or Aljamain Sterling. And to be fair, Peter Yan should have arguably won both fights, but Aljamain Sterling in the second fight got him, and Sean O'Malley wasn't a total robbery, but, it didn't go his way. And now with Marat beating Peter Yan the way he did, it's a full stop on Peter Yan's championship run. Now it's Sean O'Malley's time, Sugar Sean. As for who he should fight next, it's probably like an Aljamain Sterling rematch or potentially a Henry Cejudo. And I think Henry Cejudo will be a really tough task. But again, Henry Cejudo would have to deal with the range and the striking against Sean O'Malley. And I think that's a hard task to deal with on its own right. Sean O'Malley is no joke, as I found out. So fair play to Sean O'Malley, man. I hope he does well in this championship reign. And I can't wait to see what he does next. Tell me what you guys think about that, though. What do you think about the Sean O'Malley versus Aljamain Sterling fight? Do you think there should be a rematch? Let me know down below. Thank you for listening, man.